Hey guys, welcome to the 10th episode of Scary Reddit Stories, where I get scary stories from r/true scary stories and Reddit. Quick disclaimer, none of this content is meant to be offensive or stolen, so like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Enjoy. This story was posted by u/PaulinaBella92. I came across this case on my Facebook feed through friends living in the area, and after having read a little more about it I figured it belonged on here. Here is the Facebook page Jalia's mother is running, which contains plenty of documents and pictures related to the case. It does also contain many memorial posts for Jalia. A summary of the case. On the 19th of November 2011, Jalia Davis left her home in Marietta, Ohio to go spend the night with friends she had known for a couple of months. Throughout the night she kept in touch with her mother Kim and sister Tauby. At around 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, Jalia called Tauby, asking to be picked up at an intersection, but called back a couple of minutes later to change the pickup spot to a rest stop off the I-77, just across the border, in Williamstown, WV. During these calls Tauby heard Jalia crying hysterically and cursing at Kristen, one of the friends she spent the night with. Now, this is how Kim Davis described what happened next. Quote from this post, at 3:48 a.m. the first 911 call was made from a truck driver who discovered my daughter's body in the passing lane of the interstate. She was discovered naked from the waist up, one leg broken in half, her right breast missing, and she was decapitated. Her clothing was laying neatly across the guardrail. Bra first, her top on top of the bra and her coat on top of both. Her vehicle was found 2/10 of a mile north of her body, running, in gear, doors locked and headlights on. Based on evidence at the scene and her vehicle, Jalia was struck with her own car. Once she was struck, her head hit a guardrail post, killing her. Her car continued to move north, her head continuing to strike the following posts, the impact destroying her skull. At that point, her car came to a complete stop. Bloodstains and acceleration marks indicate that the driver of her car then, at a high rate of speed, drove from the guardrail, with Jalia's body still attached to the passing lane, where she was left. From the first post to the point her body was discovered, was a distance of more than 82 feet. Based on statements given to the police, it is believed by some, Jalia's car was then abandoned and coasted down the road, where it was found. The official story is that Jalia died as the result of driving under the influence of alcohol and not wearing a seatbelt. She hit the guardrail, was ejected from the car through the passenger side of the windshield, hit the guardrail and subsequently ended up in the passing lane where she was then hit by a tractor trailer. This news article has updates going all the way back to the initial report of the accident, including the official statements from the Wood County Police. A couple of questions. How did Jalia's clothes end up neatly placed on the guardrail? Is it possible for a body to travel the way Jalia's did? According to the police report, why did Kristen contact an attorney the morning after the incident took place? Is it, as someone stated somewhere in a comment section regarding the case, commonplace to seek legal counsel before even being suspected of something? I am asking this because I genuinely want to know, since I have never been personally involved in a police investigation or know anyone who has. It's also worth noting that Kristen and two of the other people in the group of friends Jalia spent the night with are related to current or former police officers and sheriffs, something which has sparked rumors of a complete cover-up. I found this case rather interesting, and it is not obvious to me that this was, in fact, a simple car accident. What do you guys think? This story was posted by u/awesomeUFA. So when I was maybe 6 or 7, I got this Mario Kart RC car for Christmas. What happened was that we got a one-off Mario, but when I tried to use it, it didn't work. I was pretty sad, but my mum said that we can't go back to the shop and get another one. So we went, and we asked for a replacement. However, there was all of the Mario ones were out of stock. I was pretty sad, but they told us there was a Yoshi one. So we got that instead. It worked, and I was happy that I at least got it over nothing. Everything was fine for months. I would always leave it in my wardrobe, but that morning, I woke up to it being right next to my bed. And I know that this wasn't a prank, because my mum told me that one night, she heard the sound of it driving. She went to go check it, and the RC remote was at the top of our wardrobe, completely out of me or my brother's reach, and it wasn't even on. It was just the car that was on. She ended up turning it off and going back to bed, but the Yoshi toy kept appearing next to my bed. We always closed the wardrobe, and when the toy appeared next to my bed, the wardrobe would still be closed. Eventually, my mum gave it to her boyfriend, and it would stay on a shelf, just staring. Nothing ever happened with the toy being at her boyfriend's house, but whenever I looked at it, it would just haunt me of the memories I had with the toy. This isn't the only experience we have had, as my mum has other stories of us being asleep and hearing footsteps in our room, or some sort of shadow entity in the hallway. But this one is the one that I have experienced, and I will never forget it. This story was posted by u/Shujibuki. So, it's been a long time since I posted here, or anywhere on Reddit, but my mother had another encounter, and I figured I would share it. Now, for those who either don't remember, or haven't seen my posts, they are about a year or so old now. My ghost brother is not the ghost of any of my family, but a spirit who looks just like my youngest brother. He has been in this house since we moved in. Now then, a few months back my family was preparing for a visit from another of my brothers, and his GF. My dad was planning on making some carne asada, so he took my youngest brother and sister with him to the store, leaving my mother and I home alone. I was sitting in the living room, watching TV, and saw my mother step outside. She was out there for a good half hour, talking to our neighbor and his wife. After what felt like forever, she finally comes back inside, sees me on the couch, and asks what my brother needed. I shrugged and told her I wasn't sure, assuming maybe he had called her on her phone, but she wasn't able to pick up or something. Usually, if she doesn't pick up, they call me, so that's why I made that assumption. She walked to the bottom of the stairs and shouted up for my brother. I got a bit confused and told her, "Mom, he left to the store with Dad. He's not home." She rolled her eyes at me and called for him again, so I repeated myself. Her face changed when she saw I was being serious. She kept asking if I was sure, and asking if maybe I saw wrong. I decided to call my dad, and put him on speaker for her to hear. I asked him who left to the store with him, and he said both my brother and sister's names. My mom got a bit pale at that. She said, "I swear, I just saw him come to the door. He smiled at me and waved, then walked back inside. So I thought he needed something. I know it was him." I could tell she wasn't lying, and got chills all over when she told me. That's it. I know it's not much, and it's all over the place, but that was another encounter with my ghost brother. It had been some time since we had seen him. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.